It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the focus is on Courtland Sutton. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Broncos and the Chargers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They're going to try and throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Let's go. On 1st and 10, Love. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Love. And his pass incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Man, that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Love's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of it.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
He's got room at the 30, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, here's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Desmond Ridder. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 21-0, our score after one. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Love's throw there complete to Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Check white, yellow, line, up, green, red.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Going deep here for Allen. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 39 yards. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
It went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, pink, black one.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun. Love. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st. Love now. And his throw here's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Love. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal of 32 yards.
Seibert's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple of easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
2nd and 1. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Love now to pass on first down.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up second down. Throwing. Love. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So that challenge, a successful one. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can.
Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw now, here's Love. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion. Ready.
Back to throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 3rd down, Love. Wide open, it's Allen, complete.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A give to Williams, running right. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Porter. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Keenan Allen, the intended target, 3rd down here.
Ready, set.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Tressway now.
as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when you're... And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
An element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31,
Love. Right back.
Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And the Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field. Okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Without much defensive resistance on that drive, and really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Love. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.